energy. I don't like that. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. You an enemy. All them lies you telling, I can't let that be the end of me. No, probably cause your girl feeling me. It's a flag on the play, all these catching penalties. Look, I don't like your energy. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. Let's go. Don't make me jog your memory. I did upgrade, you didn't upgrade it. The world, how they forgetting me. Please make it make some sense to me. How you talking about the greatest, still ain't greatest? Mention me. Them bands, I want the symphony. 15 in it, wasn't instantly. Lately I've been catching plays, it's like it's meant to be. I got rich in the pandemic, meant to be. Don't do too much, I keep it simple.
I just scraped it off the top, cut it out the road, out the dirt, out the block. I was already told I don't work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that baby, the mental line. Whenever she calls, the what I gotta do, I'm moving with a two. I paid it at the
tell me what I gotta do. Pull up in a bucket crew, one for me and one for you. Yeah, like with the roof. I'm off the chain, don't cut me loose. Yeah, I'm off the chain, I'm off the noose. Yeah, get them picked off Bentley, white like cotton. Residential so good, my doors don't gotta lock them. Watch the dirty money with Oxy. I miscount cause I'm off a... Yeah, these bigger than a damn proxy. Call my he said copy. Get that plug like a boogie. I like riches, hit like nookies. You ain't scared of no, but you scared to put on your hoodie. Man, my like Woody.
I just scraped it off the top, cut it out the road, out the curve, out the block. I was already sold, out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that baby, the mental line. Whenever she calls, the what I gotta do, I'm moving with a two. I paid it out of
New toys, convoy, 100 carats on my neck, my boy. That 100 bunny rabbits tryna get my boy. From the cabbage I collect, my boy. Heard you is gorillas, let me check, my boy. Say nothing silly, you regret.
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Washington Commanders and the New York Giants. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Now Taylor on first down. Eluding the pressure right.
He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
The Giants at 2-8 now on the year. And they come in just an absolute free fall. Losers now, Charles, of 7 in a row.
And I think this is where, in a locker room, a lot of the team looks to their best players and even silently ask for them to guide them out of this. You know, we've got to be better than what we've shown. We need you to lead us.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 26. 25 yards there on the catch and run. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Here's Taylor. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Play action, it's Taylor. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Howell throwing on 1st down here. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Darnay Holmes now from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Chandon Sullivan. And the Giants will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this...
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Two yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. With a play fake, and now here's Howell to throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Howell. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first, and it'll bring up third down now. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Powell throwing on third down here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. 57 yards. And the Commanders lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. Chase Young in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Play action, now Taylor. Escaping the pressure right. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down at the 25-yard line. A big play there for the Giants. 43 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Steps away. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Cortland Sutton, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Giants have cut it back within a score. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Taylor gonna throw. Flushed out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head, because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They go again with Powell. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Back to throw, Howell.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They run for it. Here's Powell. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Oh, on the defensive side, that is so deflating.
Not only is it deflating, they've got to look in each other's eyes on that side of the ball and take each other's measure. You've got them backed up, perfect situation, and what they said to you on the other side is, we don't think you can stop us. Went ahead and got it in that position.
Touchdown! A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Holmes returning from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. On 2nd and 15 now. Taylor.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Here's Tony on the quick slant.
And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Fourth down, here's Taylor. That's to his running back, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Again, it's Taylor. They'll roll him out right. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now Taylor to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
They'll run again. Again, it's Powell. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
From the gun on 3rd down, Howell.
Flush to his right. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They run with Powell. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Off play action. It's Howell.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39.
They'll go play action. Howell.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Kayvon Thibodeaux, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack.
Traditionally, as a defense, your #1 job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback, make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Third and long, here's Howell.
Eluding the pressure right.
Able to connect with Dotson.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Washington.
Jahan Dotson, 65 yards. And the Commanders are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Holmes returning from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have it.
And now here is another interception.
It's Tariq Castro-Fields who picked it, and the Commanders are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough, but man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it. I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Out of the gun, it's Howell.
He'll buy some time right. Dumps off to Powell. That's going to bring up fourth down, only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
So here we go, fourth down. Howell.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on fourth down, this is a big call.
So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
He'll get it inside the 20.
Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Holmes returning from his end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head?
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Dante Hightower on the stop.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, here's Howell.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
On the draw, here's Powell. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Throwing here, Howell.
That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. They'll give him 4 yards there. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a first down.
On first down, Howell.
Buying time to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. And Howell will throw it.
And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, a chip shot here.
Sly able to put this one through. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
It's a squib kick fielded just inside the 20. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. Fielded right around the 8. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Powell. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
49 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Powell. And he's got room. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. 43 yards on the ground.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
On second down now. It's Powell, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there.
With his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass.
And now here is another interception.
And the Commanders Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
That solid gainer will put them on the doorstep of the end zone. More importantly, it gives them a fresh set of downs. Nice work right there.
They'll run on 1st down. Powell.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders.
A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Commanders take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Holmes returning from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Taylor's throw taken in by Sutton.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Taylor.
That'll be caught. It's Toney.
And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20.
They go play action with Taylor. And my goodness, another interception. Teron Johnson able to pick it.
And the Commanders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the 3rd quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
On 2nd down, it's Powell, and down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
135 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Powell to the air on 1st and 10. This pass hauled in by Dotson. On the move past the 40.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 4th down. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Sly able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, the only silver lining on the other sideline, CD, is that they kept him out of the end zone, but still, that's another 3 points added on to this large lead.
Yeah, no shortage of scoring or big plays on defense in this one. And even up by 4 possessions, still finding ways to create opportunities and capitalize with points.
Holmes returning from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here. Taylor hit, he lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
They'll run. This is Powell. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Holmes returning from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee. Maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll throw on 1st down with Taylor. And now here's another interception. It's Tariq Castro-Fields who picked it. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Holmes returning from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the... And my goodness, another interception. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Toss play, Powell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright, but that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He finds Corey Davis.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 34-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
18 Rattler. Check. 3 down. Mike 12.
He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
147 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll keep it on the ground. Powell, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Powell, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Powell, he'll look to throw it.
Rolling to his right. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it.
Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flushed out right. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Ready, set.
They'll look to throw here on first down. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
13 yards remaining on second down.
They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right.
It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Again, he'll drop to throw.
And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis.
Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest. But now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick them off for the second time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly. But they're still out there hunting for big plays and get another one right there.
170 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Powell, and he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That one a first down pickup of 8. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Washington,
they keep pace in the playoff race as they moved it.
Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden.